Well, map number 1 was a doozy, a 13-0 for M80 on the pick of Rocket, and now we go to a map which M80 have a 9-game win streak on. Boggs and Laz with you on the mic. Rocket on the CT side, dual Berettas for Droid, no kit for the CT side, Glocks for M80, Laz. They're running it in towards the B side. A stack is here, but the kills are going the way of M80. There's still 2 more players, and they're all dispatched. It's a 20-second round, and M80 continue their streak with 14 rounds won in a row.
Yeah. I was gonna say I was wondering if this was gonna be quick rounds again. We saw that on Ancient, and 20-second round, I guess, and that's gonna get the job done. A pistol easily secured here for M80, and again, this is a map where for a team like Rocket, they have 4 maps officially under this, sitting at a 1-3. Their only victory was a 13-4 against Unjustified, but they have never been able to find a victory ever since then. So they have a tall task. R2 is going to be gone with a big HE, landing right on him to dunk him out. And this is not the start you want for Rocket. And there's a full investment into this. MP9s galore, but they are not making a shot, not making a connection, except for one.
One kill is better than no. And, well, they've got 2 kills, which is better than 1 kill. Droid trying to make it 3 kills, but I believe M80 have also gotten rid of all those guns that were stuck there, which is a very smart move, because I think Droid's hunting for an upgrade.
Really good play, though. Yeah, I mean, Droid doesn't have a kit either, so, I mean, no matter what he does, if he's going to attempt this, if he's put in this position to be able to defuse him, he's going to have to make sure he finds these kills quickly. So Rex kind of waiting things out. He makes a spot. I think the noise cue definitely gave Rex the full read. So a bit of a, bit more reply coming in from Rocket, but again, money was spent, but they are kind of all sitting at that, 2,500 to 3,000 range. So not going to be probably a crazy investment, maybe. Well, hang on a sec. Never mind. They're spending dollars, Boggs. They're desperate for a round.
Dollar bills, y'all, and Rocket don't have much of that. They're still going in. Mag 7, Deagle's on 2. Droid is saving, so is Nero. It's a half-hearted investment with 2 players going in. Aleph with the Famas boosted up. Heaven boosting up the player, but is the only other player with a gun.
I think they heard this too.
Oh, they definitely heard that.
Yeah, look at Rek. He's purposely throwing nades and the mollies on top. That noise for the jump just gave a full read onto it, and look at that. Rek and Manx, they just a wrecking goalie come in. Nero, okay, a bit of a 2D, but that's fine. At least he's able to find something here, but still his presence is known. And oh man, these AKs, they're hitting every single target, and now Droid by himself with a USP. And a bit of a nightmare situation against 3 different players. Actually 4, just kidding. Manx sitting at 1 HP. Not something you want to be in if you're Droid.
Not at all. It's a pretty unwinnable situation. He's probably going to try and save. Glass Cannon AK has even less of a chance than a normal 1v4. And considering the lack of economy overall on Rocket, that AK is incredibly valuable. But there is a hunt on for him. Will they make it there in time, though? I don't think so. Mangs had to book it out of there, too, just to stay alive with 1 HP. He will survive. And a 3-0 start on map number 2 for M80. This is now 16 rounds in a row, Les.
It is. This is 16 rounds in a row. And I mean, this is what, again, I won't go too deep into it, but I know we talked about this in the pre-show. But again, like for a team like Rocket, I mean, this is just kind of kicking them while they're down a little bit here, too. I mean, playing a BO3 earlier, going 0-2, now they're just having so much difficulty to be able to find any sort of rounds at all, and that's going to be, again, so much for them to really digest in this kind of a situation. It just really looks like they're maybe a little overextended right now. We'll have to see what they can do a little bit differently. They are trying to spend these dollars now on guns, like you said. They are winning, a couple of these engagements. They're actually getting some good damage inflicted. So now they have a man advantage. Slacks might be able to find this. He does. I was just waiting to see. I mean, the X-ray was a little deceiving for us, but he gets the job done again, sitting at a 3-0.
Wreck on low HP makes this an opportunity for Rocket to finally get their first on the board in this series. But is it a good chance? The way that Swisher's been playing, the way that Slacks has been playing, the way that Rex been playing, even just this map alone. If you're Rocket, you're sweating. Sweating bullets, buckets profusely. Just aggressive from Nero. This could actually find something. Especially if it's not being watched for, which it's not right. No, never mind. Swisher's on the angle. Timing. Swisher looks back, looks right, and gets the kill. Only takes one shot of damage. At least the read is there for Rocket, and the time's not great for M80. They don't have utility, though, and that makes it a lot harder to stall out. Slack spots out one, sprayed down low, but Droid traded out by Swish. Red trying to get the bomb down, line up for R2-D2! And it's the two-piece for R2 that gets the first on the board for Rocket.
Okay, 16 rounds in a row. That's going to be it here for M80, and we finally see a round coming in from Rocket, and what better way than the nice double collat coming in with the M4 spray, and man, that was becoming a nail biter, but the clutch factor finally kicks in, goes in something of Rocket's way, and now this might be able to get the juices flowing. This might be where, you know, they just need a little bit of a, you know, clutch moment or something to get them a bit more excited. So we'll see what they can do a little bit differently. A push coming in right now onto the stairs. Nades are going to be landing. That's beautifully done. Maybe able to find a second. R2 is going to be able to get himself 2 more. So now he's going on a bit of a spree.
Yep. This is the chance for Rock to try and build something up here. It's still early days. They can try and get their scoreline closer, and this is exactly what they need to do. Win some early fights, get some individuals to step up and find multi-kills. Getting Nero to do that is a very good start, or rather, R2-D2. Back-to-back 2Ks, back-to-back rounds. Bulbs clearing up side hall. Droid all the way down elevator. All the information there for Rocket, realistically, to shut this down. Minimal utility left, too, for M80 with these smokes and nades going through. Just 2 flashbangs left to hold off. It's going to have to be full firepower for M80. Bomb's going to go down, though. Molotov's a bit late. Wreck only taking 29 points of damage is not too shabby. But 5 men on the retake for Rocket. Not going to be an easy time for M80 to hold, but Malms makes it much easier with that opening kill. Slacks into a 3v3 now. Wreck still on the ramp around those smokes, but Malms goes aggressive, takes down Haven. Slacks and Malms, though, will finish off the round. And M80, just as soon as it looks like it might get a little challenging for them, turn on the gas and are cooking again.
Yeah, a little bit of a blip, I guess, here, but I mean, still lots of time left. We're only in round number 6 here for the second map, but I think for Rocket, I mean, again, for them, this is going to be a big chance for them just to be able to find rounds, figure out what they can do a little bit better. Like we said, I mean, on paper, you said this, a 9-win streak right now for M80. They've just been taking out a lot of opponents. This nade could be really devastating. Oh my goodness, thick with 3 Cs, and there we go. That's going to do some good damage, but no kills. Flanks are coming in, but might be a little bit too late here.
Ooh. 2. Maybe a third? No. Nope. And there's nothing else to do here. Great angle from Swish. And off the side of the 51st floor. 5-1 score. Rex just spamming now, and you can't even say it's BM at this point.
Nah. No, I'm too early. I do like that, you know, again, like I think a simple point, but I like that M80 are still playing their game plan. They're not being reckless. They're not, you know, kind of like falling off their normal path. Like they really are still committing to their game plan. They're still doing what they're supposed to be doing. So there's a lot of discipline in this right now, and I think that's a really big thing to just, again, take away from a team like this. Ooh, good molly though, pushing back Nero. He was actually trying to get aggressive here on sidewalk with the op, but not going to be able to find it. So now he's already lost so much HP. And now he's going to have to push back. And we can't even put that up into aggressive work.
R2 is really turning on the Jets. He's trying to carry this team to some form of success. Goes a little too aggressive, though, on the second peak. And Mobs will combine with Swish for that kill. Droid next in line at the half wall. Not expected, though. That little double up gives another man advantage back to Rocket. Droid trying to peek around that smoke. We'll just watch as his teammates fall. Rectome's heaven, and Slacks is ready for that one. Good read there from the German Opper. Nero and Aleph left alone in the 2v3. One on each side. And Nero shows the smoke. Rek will not miss that. I don't think many of us would miss that one either. And Aleph last alone here. And a pretty unwinnable 1v3 with Slacks on the angle.
Yeah, unless Slacks is going to miss that shot. But, I mean, I think he's just been lights out. I mean, we talked about him before. He is the newest addition on this team. And nothing but impressive so far. He's sitting at 7-1. I mean, even before map number 1 as well. Like he really was just finding a lot of duels for himself. So still putting in full effect here for the op, and just a really big nail to the coffin. Sitting at a 6-1. So M80 now. Worst case scenario, if we get there, it's a 6-6. But I mean, again, the way that we're seeing M80 playing, it's hard to know how far they could be able to get themselves an advantage. This round is a big purchase in the sense of pistols and an MP9. Still keeping that money afloat as much as possible. I mean, the lowest being right now for Heaven with 1,000, but everybody else kind of sitting at that, you know, just at that 2K to make sure they have a full utility and guns for the next.
Yeah, they're playing for the long haul. The only problem is, well, there's two problems, Laz. One, they lost in their own map pick. And two, it's already now round 8.5. We're 2/3 of the way through the half. And they only have one. They need rounds.
No, they definitely do. And again, that's where I talked about the mental aspect of this. Like, this is just kicking them while they're down. Like, they just can't seem to get any success, right? And that's hard for any team, any level, no matter what. You're looking at that scoreboard and you're thinking, okay, how do we pick up rounds? And nothing is going their way right now.
I mean, I've been in this situation before, just doing open qualifiers and such, but I mean, we kind of expected that going. Yeah. It was a team of friends.
Yeah, exactly. Open qualifiers, kind of a different story. Oh, man. But not, you know, not in games like this, too. But still a little bit of action. Oh, thanks. Look at now they're hungry. This is where confidence kicks in, and they're still pushing through, persevering every obstacle in their way. And I think that might be a gone dead man. Yep, there it is. Half secured. M80 have done it.
They've done it, and it kind of was expected, though. Especially after that pistol round. That just set the stage for the rest of the map, I feel. And Rocket's never been able to recover. They got their one round, and that was it. They've never even come anywhere near getting another one on the board. Nero's glass cannon opping Aleph on another. They're going to go for a double op setup, but the double op setup is more than just a risk. It significantly hampers your retake ability. You have to win with holding if you have two ops, and R2 is going to get mollied out. Nero does take down mobs, and Slacks responds in kind. One op for another. Somehow R2-D2 is able to fly away. Just hear the sound. I'm not going to try and imitate it for the sake of everyone's ears listening, but if you're a Star Wars fan or have even seen the movies, you know what I'm talking about.
Now I want to hear it.
I am not going to. That is one impression I will not even attempt for the sake of anyone having to listen to this. Especially with earphones in. Good lord.
Well, we've seen Droid in this position before. He's been successful for a one and done, but he's already taken damage. Hanks, I think he's got a good idea on this. Does get the kill, but he does take a pretty big damage for it, though. He's down to 30. And now it's 3-on-2. And Rack, he's not careful. He's going to get caught the worst time, but good trades coming back. And that's a huge thing to note here too. I mean, M80's trade potential, not even potential, the trade factor is a statement here, because every time they lose a teammate, they pretty much immediately find that instant kill back, which we don't see that ever from Rocket.
The Rocket players, they can get 1, maybe 2 kills, but finding multi-kills in general has been hard, and finding trades has been even more difficult for him. Rek even gets that kill from the grave. That Molotov finishes off Alf. And Slacks has already got the entry kill in this round, and Droid has a nade in hand trying to chuck that downstairs way too late, way too aggressive. It's going to be a freebie for one of the M80 players congregating on the B stairs. Bomb's going to make its a long rotate back over to the B site as M80 are swarming all around it. Manx sprays down Rek a little bit. They're doing team damage now, Les. That's what this game has devolved into.
Yeah, after I was already, pumping tires, telling them they're playing discipline, now they're doing TK damage. Come on, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, again, they're feeling confident. They're feeling, in a good groove right now. I mean, even that execution, I mean, they only lost Mulbs, and that was the fact they're pushing against Rocket. Like, they were trying to hunt those players. And I mean, right now, I mean, you can see Nero's just kind of sitting back, probably shaking in the boots a little bit, waiting things out, looking for an exit, just trying to keep the M4. That armor is a good investment of money. But they're definitely hunting for him. He should be able to escape, if I'm not mistaken. Unless we see Manx be able to find this in time. Time's ticking. Nero gets it. So, nice little consolation prize, too.
Nothing like a little consolatory kill. M80, of course, plenty of money. They'll buy up through the end of the half. Rocket will have rifles and an XM on a pair of players. This might get interesting here. The auto shotguns can always pull out something. I'm curious to see what they're going to be playing. Are they gonna? They're gonna stack B. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it. It sounds like this got to get desperate, and well, that was about the most perfect read they could have made, aside from dropping down fighting. That might not have been the best call, but in general, that was probably the best counter they could have had for this sort of round.
Yeah. I liked the idea, the creativity to switch it up, get the XMs out, try to, put that into a close quarter fight. Not a bad idea. This is where you have to really just kind of think outside the box. You got to try things differently. And yeah, I agree. I don't think I would have done the jump down. I think their thought was, let's be aggressive and counter it with that. I think even just holding the angles could have actually been something dangerous, or even a paw flash. But either way, they learned the hard lesson. They lost 4 of their players within a matter of, what, 12 seconds?
Around there, yeah. And they won't even let Aleph save. That's just how dominant M80 has been from start to finish in this one. Last round of the half, Laz. There's no money for Rocket. They're going to scrape together what they can find. No helmets, just rifles, M4s, AUG, no utility. Heaven's going to get a smoke or a Molotov, a flash and a nade, double flashes for R2.
And I mean, this is, like, again, let's not forget that there was 16 rounds in a row, so it was a 3-1. Ooh, wow. And then they've been able to win 7 rounds in a row. So they've just been back on the winning streak. They haven't really, slowed down. So that shot from R2 is really sick, though. That's a good entry. Now, I mean, this could be something from Elf to maybe come from the back lines, maybe able to get this timing, but Nero takes down a bit too early. The MP9. Okay. Not bad. They're still down in the numbers, but this flank could be everything. He just runs in. He doesn't wait for his teammates. So now this has just put it into a 1v3. It's really just turned its head. A potential situation that could have been theirs, but instead it's going to be M80's 11-1, and we're going to take that break as we get ready for the second half.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Well, another bold statement made here from M80, 11-1 as we get ready for the second half of map number 2. Laz and Boggs to witness maybe a potential big dominant performance from M80. I have no idea, but pistols are coming in, and they're coming in fast.
Oh, there's one headshot from Swisher. Starts it off well. Molotov burning around, jump up. Droid charging in with a Tech 9, taking team damage, but combines for one. Malbs, R2D2 in heaven, though. Getting a couple of kills quickly back and forth. It's a 2v2, but Wreck is low. Bomb still at the feet of the M80 players, though. Heaven flanking in, making all the noise. Drive-by on the slacks. Wreck is gone. And Rocket have won their second round of this game and of this series. They delay the inevitable for at least a little bit longer here, Laz. And they call a timeout right after?
Why not, dude? That's hype. They got their revenge on the pistol. They couldn't do it on map 1, right? It came right down to it. I think that was R2 or Droid. I can't remember.
Droid.
I think it was, yeah, Droid. And gets the 4K. They didn't have a kit, so they lost the pistol, but they technically took everybody out. But they finally get their revenge. So now they're in a situation where they're like, hey, what do we do? Do we force up? Where do we want to go? So now we do see that force up. 2 shotguns now. Okay. That's a bold move. Bold might not be the word I'm looking for, but it's a move.
It's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for it.
I mean, surely they'll find themselves kills. I mean, this if M&E find this round, I mean, this is just digging that hole deeper and deeper right now, and then it's just too mean.
Yeah, I mean, a 5.7, a Deagle, USPs, and a P2K. It's just nothing.
They're so scared though. You can tell like they're creeping and taking this map so slow. They're waiting things out. And even M80, they're grouped up onto this B site. They're just kind of waiting things out a little bit. So it's a decent stack. Oh, and
No.
Swisher with the swing. No way.
No.
Oh my, no way. Please, not like this. Not like this. And it does happen, and they only lose 2 players, and they get 3 rifles and AKs with a Galil. And M80 have now put themselves a map and series point. Oh, Boggs.
Well, this
Counter-Strike, right?
yeah, I did not expect that round to work for M80.
I didn't either.
I-
That is the kiss of death right there, man. That was just, that's everything.
What do you do after that? Like, how do you respond to that? Well, I guess you respond by losing your next player. Alep's going to burn out of that position, down to 66 HP. Swisher drops down 1 for 1, and Rek will be there for the trade. 2 players left as Droid and R2-D2, and at least 1 for R2, but there's still 3 alive for M80. Swisher and Rek have done the dirty work, and I think last round is really that one that just salts it away. How do you come back from that? That's a gut punch. And then afterwards you get dragged into a ditch and left there.
Yeah, no doubt. And there it is. That's going to be 13-2. M80